I would love to ask some questions.
Sure.
So we did we did a 5-day summit. We had 2 weeks of advertising time. How many ads did you actually make for this?
How many did I make? I think we only ran like 30 or 40. I think we didn't go overboard because we only had a short period of time. Like ideally we would spend a little bit more time promoting this, but it was just the timelines for the first one. Everything takes a little bit longer. Yeah. But like when it's also changed when I've launched many summits over the years, and we used to just run like 5 or 6 creatives because I'd tested them on like 50 plus summits. So I knew what 5 or 6 creatives would work every time for all of the different summits. Now it's a little bit different in the last, let's call it 6 to 12 months, because of the changes to the algorithm for running ads. Then now it's just like as many creatives as possible. So there's brands out there spending millions of dollars a month with like thousands and thousands of creatives in their ad account. So yeah, right now we need to create more, it's lucky that they didn't do this before AI, because trying to feed thousands of creatives into the system without it would be pretty tough. So yeah, I think like more is better these days is probably the answer.
I have a million more questions, but I will let the audience start first. So thank you for that. All right. Zivia said, wow, this is fire. I love your explanation about how to change the photo out. So amazing. Excellent job. And then we had Jonette say, I saw your ads at least 12 to 15 times. So that is awesome. I think that's a really good result. So I'd love
Yeah,
to know
it's
when.
awesome from my perspective. I'm not sure how the people receiving the ads feel about them, but like you're here, right? So the ads obviously found the right person because it's something that maybe you were looking for, maybe you didn't know that you needed it, but you're here. So that's one of the best things with the algorithms these days is that they do find the right people typically. Because to me, it would be worse getting ads of something that I didn't care about at all and never seeing the ones that I do care about. So yeah, that's my perspective.
Absolutely. And I think it does say, and I don't even know what the up to date stats are, but basically someone has to see the same thing 12 times before it's even going to start to register in their brain. So, and then from there, it takes about 7 hours for people to actually learn to trust you and all of that sort of thing as well. So I think seeing the ads 12 times means you nailed it. Yay.
Yeah. All these days, I think like it's dozens and hundreds of times. But,
Yeah. I think it would be definitely up there, which also makes me want to know when you were trying out those creatives. So I know you did 30. Was there differences in terms of size of the ads, in terms of obviously there's the square format, there's obviously a Reels size, like did the size make any difference? And then also how many different kind of creatives did you have? Like were they all under the same sort of 5 different banners or were they completely different?
Yeah, I flip back and forward on this. So we used to go to create all of the different sizes. So you have your square, you have your 4x5 and your story size, and even still wide for your right column. But then I have other friends that we talk about, like we catch up every now and then and they show me what they're running. And most people are still just running square and scaling way bigger than what we did. So I figured like, because we have, again, it all comes down to how much time do you have to go fully in depth and like, what are the priorities? To me, priorities are how can I get so many of them, which means if I can just create square and I know they're going to work in all of the placements anyway, then I'm just going to focus on that. And then if I have more time and energy and focus, then we'll create them for other sizes as well. So for this one, we didn't worry about it because we had a short period to promote, but typically we would go and create the other sizes. So Facebook will show you when you're uploading, like, okay, these are the sizes that we need for all the placements. And yeah, you can make the adjustments.
Yeah, love that. Thank you. We also do have another question as well. So Zipia said, do you find the limitation of 5 is from that tool on all AI tools in general, similar to this limited?
No, I believe that's a Nano Banana thing. I'm not even sure like what ChatGPT image 1.5 is. Yeah, it's a model thing. It's not because of the platform. It's just I think from memory, I don't really go too nerdy on this stuff, but from memory, for the latest Nano Banana, you could pull in 13 different objects, I think they call them. So you can upload 13 different objects and then push them all into the image. So it might be like 5 people and then they've all got like different shirts and shorts on, and it should be able to put it together if your prompt is accurate. But yeah, it's a maximum of 5 characters that they will keep consistent. You sometimes can get lucky and it will do more, but they say it's up to 5.
Yeah, love that. If you want to watch the entire episode, click here. And if you want to watch more episodes like this, click here.